This is a shame-free room. He told us he's had gonorrhea, syphilis, and chlamydia.
Okay.
Did you actually believe him? That's a lot to have, brother.
I don't have any of that. Oh, I haven't had any of it.
You got rid of all of them.
You know, syphilis is nuts, by the way. Yeah. If you just like Google that,
Why is it nuts?
It's like holes in your body, no?
How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel like you have it.
Let's get the episode going.
Yeah.
If this mic wants to stand up for me.
Yeah.
It keeps failing me. Flopping. We are the Post Credit Scene podcast, a 14 HQ original. Lovers of film, TV and theatre. Back in the studio today.
There we go. No, it's not me. I think he's realised that anime is TV. We can't separate lovers of film, TV, theatre and anime. That's ridiculous.
Do you know what it is? I feel bad because I didn't greet her properly before, so I'm just in a bit of pacifying. You have to keep people happy sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Who thinks that Manny should stay and just grab a mic over here?
You're lucky, to be fair. Make the most of it. Here, back in the studio today, Bisola and Huss are alongside me. Jason and Manny have decided to skedaddle. Bisola, how'd you do?
I'm very well, thank you.
What's keeping you well?
A big win for South London the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out
Now, when did you become...
Well, because this is not going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's your exit, man, to be fair.
Yeah, you bum. Okay. Yeah. Shout out my boy Eze.
Oh, give it a rest, man.
Do you know what it is, yeah?
Make me sick.
Shout out my boy Eze. I love football, guys. I love this part of football. This is my favourite part of football. Can you pronounce his first name?
No, I say what's his first name?
Okay.
I say
Can you pronounce his surname? His first name?
Ebori.
Oh, Abore. You're boy in it. Abore. Fucking hell, Abore. Fucking hell, man.
Right. So, like I was saying, I like this part of sports or just football in general. Like, you know, we had boxing the other week, yeah? And like the tea that was around the boxing. That made it like the best part of it. Yeah, it was like watching.
Not everything's a reality TV show.
It is. Are you joking? That was baddies. Are you joking me? Oh, your dad's not showing up for you. Absent father. Then he comes and turns up. He's a narcissist. He's a loser. But he's also great TV. He's funny as hell. Rastafari. Lick him up. Lick him up. Like, he's got so many clips from one boxing match.
I can't lie. Yeah, he's one of the funniest men ever. You know.
That's tea. And then the lead up to this, to the cup final was like, yo, this is tea. Like, it's meant to be like this huge, huge team. Like, Man City, they ain't got no fans. I love the chants. They got no fans. Man City are against like meant to be like the Mandem, as everyone calls them, which I don't really like. Feels a bit racial undertones there, but
I mean,
against Crystal Palace.
but QPR leans it. Crystal Palace lean into that.
They lean into it 100%.
Yeah.
The club.
But it is like it's like the Mandem versus like the billionaires.
Yep.
And even though like the man just couldn't perform when he had to. And it's like, I loved it. And then, no, do you know what it is? It was when it was 2-1, yeah, then it was offside. But I was like, this.
They had to.
Come full circle.
And I was like, you know what? I love this. This is like the tea around the football made it so good. And I was like, South London as well.
So that's why you're
Turn
good.
up. That's why I'm actually in a great mood.
Yeah, there was
The football put me
screaming
in a great mood.
outside my damn thingy window, bruv. It was mad annoying. But it was fun though, it was cute.
What's keeping you well? Back to what
Drugs and women, I'm joking.
What is keeping you well?
Life is good. It's nothing. I don't know, man. Honestly, I've been really busy. Actually, I've actually probably had a very stressful week.
That's good.
Huh?
It's good for us then, isn't it?
All right, bro. This guy just wants me to be worked to the brim.
Should we start this podcast episode?
But
Get
yeah,
in trouble.
but other than that, I've been in my Marvel bag recently, and I feel like when I go through like stressful times, just go back to Marvel, man. Do you know what I mean? So,
Can I ask you a question? When are you not in your Marvel bag, bro?
nah, do you know what? This is the
Trying to
first
rebrand.
time. Fun fact, yeah, I wouldn't not fun fact, but I've just realized, okay, that this is the first time that I'm doing the MCU timeline rewatch, and I haven't ever rewatched phases 4 and 5. So like, this is the first time that I'm rewatching like Spider-Man and this and that, and
Seriously?
yeah. So like, I'm actually super excited. Shang-Chi and and blah blah blah. So I'm at the end of phase 3 now, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. And then
Excuse me.
I've been reading my comics and stuff. It's great therapy. And yeah, here we are.
Fair enough, me.
Guys, what's keeping you well?
what is keeping me well? Just TV shows and movies and stuff. It's all right. Super tired.
Congratulations.
But do you know what?
You hit another milestone on TikTok, no?
I don't know. Did I?
Would you?
I was not really. Oh, I don't know if I. No, I see now. I'm gonna say like, but I don't really count that.
He hit 13K.
I think milestones going fives, just generally speaking though.
No,
Yeah, no.
I think you should do it every time you hit a new number.
Facts.
I think it's in fives.
Well, I'm gonna congratulate you every time you hit a new number. So congratulations on 13.
Oh, I guess I'll take it up.
And the next time I see you and you're on 14, I'm gonna congratulate you again.
And I'm never gonna be angry about that.
Good.
Especially with the way you smile. You know, it makes me feel good.
Aww. Bye,
Look
guys.
at us.
Chef. Was good.
Trying to rebuild our relationship because she jumped ship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the first thing on the agenda today?
So yeah, no. Today's
Man
episode.
pointed.
This has actually been a bit of a weird start to the pod, so forgive us. But we are here to talk about a topic I guess we've been wanting to talk about for a while, and we have kind of delved into it in bits and pieces through sort of different films that have come out. I think Sinners was the last one that sparked our conversation about the rise and fall of the superstar or the Hollywood star. So that's going to be our talking point today. What is a movie star to you? Huss, I think you're going to be the guy that I think can answer that question because you have an actor who's one of your favourites who would fit the criteria, I would say,
He's up for the love.
of a movie star. So for you, what makes someone a movie star? What makes them fit into that sort of mold, that category, that stratosphere?
I think falls down to 3 categories. Okay.
You've got 3.
3 categories. I think the first
Are
category.
would you say these are like generic categories?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. I think that the first one, right, is commercial lovability, right? That's my term for it. Okay, where it's basically like for little people like you before the big people do, all right? And a lot of these stars start in like smaller shows, or they start in like skit shows, like SNL, blah blah blah. Okay, and they build like a smaller core audience, and then when they do take that step, and it's now not like a 10-series episode or blah blah blah. It's like a film. It's people appreciate them a lot more. Okay, that's one.
What would be the opposite of that? What would be the opposite of that? Or is there
getting
is
your
there
big
someone?
break.
Critical acclaim versus, and then not people not knowing who you are or care about you that much. Do you know what I mean? Think of it like Will Smith, yeah? The opposite of like a Will Smith would be that's not very nice. But would be someone that's like everyone.
I'll give you a
That's
perfect
everyone.
example.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright. Okay, so he has been in how many films? So many of our favorite films, right? Incredible guy. Only got his first lead last year. Okay,
Right.
and I think that's just because he didn't have the commercial lovability when he was a lot younger, right? And then he's become a journeyman in film and TV, which is absolutely fine. Now, somebody to the side of him that's kind of had like a similar thing, but took it to stardom is like a Gary, what's his name?
Oldman.
Yeah. Whereas like he got his like acclaim past 40 years old, 40, 45. Prior to that, maybe he didn't have roles that show him his like acting like skills, blah blah blah, but he's grown into that superstar role a lot older.
Do you think you can pinpoint when?
I don't want to say Dark Knight, but it's feeling like Dark Knight, man. Like
What
it's
about-
2012?
He was in the Harry Potter films as well.
What about Leon?
Yeah, huh?
What about when he was in Leon?
Would you say that he was a star?
But Dark Knight is a global phenomenon that can
Yeah.
in the eyes and the eyes and ears of.
Yeah, but his role in Leon is like.
But that's not the point I'm saying. I'm not saying that he wasn't a good actor prior to that.
I'm not saying
The
it's good.
question
I'm
is-
saying that role is.
My
like,
question was, what's the
question
opposite
is-
of a Will Smith?
Yeah, and like what makes him a superstar, right? Okay, well, when did he hit superstar?
Has Gary Oldman really hit superstardom?
No,
He's a superstar now.
I wouldn't say so.
Oh, I don't think he is.
Oh, okay, he's a Hollywood star.
He's a highly regarded actor.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
use.
That's
That's
the
what
difference.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm getting at.
I
Like,
think there's a lot
Yeah.
of different things where actors can fit into like different categories. I think superstars are rare. It's a
Yeah.
rare thing, shall I say?
Do you know what? I think I treat superstars in film the way I treat
You don't have to be a
pop
good
stars.
actor to be a
Yeah.
superstar.
The way I treat pop stars. Yeah. If you can say that person's name to someone that's so far removed, my personal someone. If I can say insert artist name and she knows who that is, so she'll know who Will Smith is. She'll know who Beyonce is, but she's not gonna know who.
Gary
Gary
Oldman is.
Yeah.
No.
And I think that's actually.
It's
the
a good
way-
point.
Because when you say like
a very good point.
commercial success, yeah, or like likability. It's about getting those people to take
Yeah.
their kids to the cinema.
Yeah,
Will
absolutely.
Smith can put bums in seats because you're going, but so is like your auntie taking your niece and nephew.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like it's people are going together,
yeah.
and he's bringing different types of people to the.
And they've got to be a minimum 7.5 out of 10 at some point in their career, looks wise.
Okay.
Yeah, Will Smith's quite handsome man actually. That's
Your
valid.
other two categories, what would they be?
No, so it was the face.
So you need to be aesthetically good looking.
I think that's just the.
Yeah, no, you do.
That's
Yeah.
just
No,
the
no,
whole
no.
fucking
I
thing.
agree with that.
It's not my categories. You know what I'm saying? I'm
No,
saying
we're not saying that's
I don't
actually how life
this
is.
is it. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is it.
Pop stars do
Yeah.
the same
You
thing.
get
You
me?
actually have to be buff.
Yeah, and then it's for obviously the likability thing, okay, from early on. And then I think obviously the main thing is a like I'd say like a breakout superstar film,
Yeah.
and then you're good to go. You know what I mean? And a lot of the time, films that adhere to 14 to 19-year-olds, because at that point, okay, like if you can hit that market early, for the rest of your career, you grow up with them. So it just like people will just follow you exactly how
We did.
yeah. With you know, like people that are like 14 now will never get the hype of Will Smith or Denzel or any of these guys. Okay, yes, they can see him and say they're sick, but they will never understand
But the real
the
reason,
time
yeah,
that we had.
the real reason that we don't get these megastars anymore is because everyone's so accessible. That's
Exactly.
actually that's the real
And-
reason.
That's
Like,
the only reason.
like
That's
someone
the
like the
only
people that are going to be the megastars, like Timothy Chalamet's and stuff, and Zendaya's, they have to be so far removed from us now. That's why Zendaya, we don't see her. Like we'll see her at award shows, we'll see her at things, but she's not in our face. Hey guys, this is what I ate today. Get ready with me to go
No,
on
but
set.
that's
She's
the
not
thing,
doing
though.
stuff like
I
that.
genuinely
because
think
she's so
here
far
that a
removed.
superstar now is a superstar, okay, that has the social scape away from film and TV, right? So it's like, what's her name?
Timothy
what's
Loki
her
was
name?
doing it.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Brown.
Listen, I ain't seen like Stranger Things, okay, but like I don't think it was. It can't have been that wavy. You know what I mean, right? But this
What?
girl
No, Stranger
has got like 40 million followers
Stranger
or,
Things
or something like that way, because she's come out of that and like outside of that has grown up. It's
Would you call her a
almost,
superstar?
she is huge.
She's not.
That girl.
Okay, this is it. She's not a megastar. She can't be our generation's Will Smith or anyone of that ilk, yeah. Because
Who's the closest now?
because Millie Bobby Brown is
We'll get to that, don't worry.
she's too in our face. She's got a makeup brand.
She
I
does.
see her so much.
And like a
She's
loud
on Call Her Daddy podcast. She's in like, to be a superstar, you have to do all of that without giving me anything. Beyonce hasn't given. When is the last time you've heard Beyonce speak when it's not on stage?
It's fine.
That's a megastar. Zendaya, she doesn't talk unless she's on the red carpet. She didn't even do any interviews for a Met Gala this year, but she was still one of the highest regarded people on the carpet.
Yeah.
She was like third or fourth in queue. Like, it's quite a big deal. You have to be not in our face and not bend to our will. Millie Bobby Brown does what we say we want her to do.
So
go
you-
into a role,
so-
go into this, and she does it.
So there's a difference between popular and a superstar.
Yeah. There are tons. Every actor right now is popular because you've got tons of followers, because people are just following you. I watched Forever, yeah, and I went to go follow Michael. Don't get me wrong, he's sexy as hell, but I went to follow him anyway, just so
What,
he knows
Cooper
that.
Jr.?
Yeah. He's sexy as fuck. Oh my goodness.
He is?
Are you joking?
Wait, who?
And I wish he was a bit more autistic in real life as well. He's not, but he's sexy as
He said that
fuck.
there's a bit of a taste. A little tinge.
Because it is, I liked him. I do like someone a bit
Is that
sectioned off.
Is that Thingy's son?
Who's? Handsome.
He's in the
nah.
Netflix series.
Oh my god. So he was buff when he had the hair, then he cut it, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, you like the haircut, yeah?
How old is that man, bro?
He's like 23.
He's in the Netflix series.
Yeah,
Forever.
I wanted to go find out. No, because I was like, he's buff. But I don't know if he's.
How old
like,
is Lovey Simone? Can you check for me?
She's 26. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah, it's good age.
God, great age.
Great.
Great age.
Great.
She's above the 25
Yeah.
criteria.
Is that your rule?
No, not really, but she looks so young in the show, man.
When I found out her age, like,
It flips, isn't it?
I lie, yeah.
That's real. That's real.
See, that's how I felt about Michael. I was like, he might be mad young. And I was like, oh wait, no, he's my age mate. Sexy fucker.
Back to superstars, though. I think
Yeah. So my thing is that everyone's got followers.
Yeah.
You didn't need to be doing anything to get followers now.
Yeah.
So that kind of disproves the point,
Mhm.
because we're blurring the line between like influencer, content creator, actor. Everyone's doing everything, and megastar needs to be out of that
And global.
and just do what they need to do.
You got to be global.
How
Yeah.
important is it to have not only like discography or filmography, sorry, in terms of longevity, but also like great films that people can haul back to. So like the stars or the superstars from like the 90s and the 2000s would have been like your Tom Cruises, your Brad Pitts, your Julia Roberts, Will Smith. Have I missed anyone? Leonardo, obviously. Like those guys, not only do they have the charisma, the charm, the looks, they're also very talented.
They've got really
with good film.
Yeah.
And I think is that still important today? Do you think?
I think it's important, okay, but also, okay, I think that it was errors, right? So do you remember when like 2001 to I say 2007, 8, right? It was the rom-com era.
Yep.
It was the
Okay.
rom-com, raunchy American type films, right? If not, it was like the Notting Hill, Bridget Jones, you know what I'm saying, type vibes, okay, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of those actors were actually traditional, like blonde, like the also Drew Barrymores and the Sandra Bullocks and the Bradley Coopers, Ryan Reynolds, like all of these people, okay, that were doing a bunch of, even fucking what's his name, Keanu Reeves was on that. So like a lot of that, okay, was based on like that era of
Would
like
you say any of those are
film and TV.
superstars? I don't know if they fit into that.
Do you
Really?
call, like,
I don't.
Sandra Bullock is a superstar.
No, she's not.
I don't think she is.
Surely she's a superstar.
I would have called her a superstar, you know.
Huh?
I would have called her a superstar.
I would put it
Same.
one level below it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm really bad because I've
We
got,
should do a little fucking.
Don't worry, I've got a task for you lot.
Say that one.
Okay. I do. There are people in that list from that era that are superstars. Sandra Bullock might not be one, but I wouldn't be mad if she was in the conversation.
Would you put her on the same level as Julia?
No, the reason I wouldn't put it same is because again, it's about like I just see Sandra Bullock too much.
But yeah,
But that's also not a bad thing. Like you're meant to be working because you're like, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But Julia, what's the last thing I've even watched her in? I can't actually remember. Do you know what I
Her
mean?
best work is 2000s and 90s though. Really and truly.
Yeah.
So I think since then she has, I mean, not like, but she has kind of like not been relevant.
The roles, do you know what it is? Movies have changed.
Yeah.
Also, like there are certain things that just aren't conducive for certain people anymore.
Literally.
And it's like it's not as if they've like Drew Barrymore, phenomenal actor. Like she's amazing. And the last thing I watched of her that I can actually remember, like right in my mind, is He Just Not That Into You. That's one of my favourite movies. Yeah. The movie's fantastic, but like she does a talk show now.
Do you know like you mentioned earlier about how having these actors be like a bit like not accessible, right? I think it's actually being accessible at the right times, okay? Because do you know like my parents only know certain people because they've watched like the Jonathan Ross show or the
That's
Graham
what it
Norton
means
show,
to not be
you know what I'm
accessible.
saying? It's like when you are there and then you make so much, like you make like so much of like that. Do you know that my uncle, he came here years ago, yeah, when I was like a youth. Every time I see him, this guy mentions to me Cameron Diaz. Honestly, because he saw her on Top Gear.
But the reason, no,
And he's like, yo, Cameron Diaz, man, she's so fast in the car.
but the reason is because she was selling her work.
Yeah,
That's
fact.
this is my point. Is that are we gonna see? Cameron Diaz isn't a superstar anymore or megastar because she's had to make herself relevant again because she went away for a
Of course,
decade.
yeah.
I guess she did because she wanted to because she makes so much bread off Bad Teacher. But
Crazy.
when you have to do things like when you have to, I need to stop doing this because it's not very nice yet. But being on Call Her Daddy podcast is a recession indicator for me.
Yeah.
Because you're there because you have to be relevant. Because you're not. This isn't doing anything for
But,
you.
but
your
isn't
Yeah.
that part of the job though? Now.
No, but it shouldn't be if you're a megastar. I don't see Zendaya doing that.
Okay. To counteract the hell out of that, all right? Will Smith, in my opinion, is no, I say it's Eddie Murphy, but I think that Will Smith is the first to do it on a global stage. Okay, is the first to do film tours the way that it's done now.
Yeah.
Right. He was the first
You
person
revolutionised it, but he did make the whole thing.
to say for 6 months I'm not coming to America. For 6 months I'm going around the world. I'm doing every premiere. I'm doing everything. They used to not do their premieres. They used to go to fucking LA and fucking London and then quote that safe, right? He does every prem. He goes to fucking Germany, he goes to Austria, goes to the most random places, bro, okay? Does these prems, does 1,000 junkets, does every podcast, does every interview, bro. I found out for Bad Boys, he done a podcast in China and then a pod in like Spain or something. I was like, bro, I've never heard of this before.
What for? A movie.
Yeah.
The point is that when you're doing things out of a movie cycle or out of a release or out of any of that, it's because you have to be relevant because you need your next role or you need us to remember who you are, and that is the problem. It's not really a problem, but that is
So you're
the
saying
difference.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, the press stuff is fine. That's a job.
You have to.
Because then they will see her on.
Yeah, of course.
We'll see her on Graham Norton when she comes down, when she does another Dune and whatever. Like, she'll come and do the press stuff, but outside of that cycle, where is she? What is she doing today? But I can tell you what Millie Bobby Brown.
Are you saying
I
that?
can tell you that, and that's the difference here. I know exactly what she wore yesterday because she did get rid of me.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Like, it's just like
Too accessible.
you're just. Like, I know
But
who
you
are
have to
too
be-
well.
Oh, so
Somewhat
now we
accessible.
like the air of mystery. Us.
No, but the mystery is what makes you a megastar. Don't even. That's what makes you the megastar when it comes to film. But it's not a problem. Not everyone needs to be a megastar. We don't need that anymore.
Exactly.
But that is the difference. And then Will Smith, even when he like came out of that and started doing the more like likable, like, oh, it's Will Smith. He did a show with Facebook, but it's him like doing all the things he wants to do in his life, like his bucket list thing.
Yeah.
But a sponsored show by Facebook whilst he goes to like climb tall buildings. Like, that's not even. That's still not a get ready with me. It just, there's something that's so different about it.
He's a lot. Yeah, he's a lot more creative and
He's still a megastar.
And I say this, okay, to anyone that tries to hate on him, especially in today's time. Okay, not even like acting wise. I'm just saying. I think he had the best in the history of the time that we have been alive. I think he's had the best transition from no social into social, right? Because he only got Insta in like 2020, bruv.
Yeah.
Or, do you know what I'm saying? Okay, brother was late. He was late.
I think he only got it because Facebook got bought. Instagram got bought by Facebook. I Meta.
Right, cool.
That's the only reason he got it.
And then the brother made use of it. Like, he started making crazy videos. Like, he started doing like some mad collabs. Like,
Podcasting with his wife.
Yeah, run it.
Red Table
Also,
Talk.
she had that already, by the way. Okay.
I love Red Table. Facebook, another one. That's it. Honestly, Meta has been Meta's the reason.
But bro, like I think he had the best, and I think people like him were so fearful, okay, to go to social because of their age, right? It's like, oh, can I keep my stardom, right? For the same reasons, right? Because you're absolutely right, okay. Like, oh, cool, I'm not as accessible now. When people do see me, I'll be everywhere, calm. But I haven't got a film or fucking let me chill. I think after he had the After Earth and I forgot what it's called, Beast, I think, or Netflix. The one.
Oh, I know Bright.
Bright, yeah, okay. You know, he had a few duds, and then boom, he was like, alright, cool. Let me get on this. I think if his social riots didn't happen, he wouldn't have done a lot of the films that we've seen over the past 3-4 years. The King Richards, the Bad Boys, blah blah. I genuinely think he was on the whole waiting for the right script type vibe. Yeah. Whereas now he's like, all right, cool. I feel a bit more free. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's a healthy mixture, and we don't get a lot of it now.
What do you guys think of Halle Berry?
What is your specific question?
Think
'Cause that's
she's
very vague. That's super vague.
She's
Is it because of that video with her husband in bed?
Honestly, I was like, take me out of the group chat. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I can't lie. I was like, put me in the group chat, fam.
No,
okay?
I was like, no, I don't want to sit there. I felt so uncomfortable.
Why?
I
was so happy for her. I was like, bro, live your life, dog.
But it's
Yeah,
okay.
but
It's okay to live.
I don't need to see this.
I don't need to see that.
Yeah,
I
but
can actually no. Like, you can. What the fuck? You can live a happy life with your husband, but I don't want to hear that you guys have just had sex like that.
she's happy, man. She got down a little bit. I'm saying, like,
but why are you coming to tell me?
bro, look. She just wanted the world to know, right, that she's happy, man. You know, and I just think that's no problem.
Sam,
I think her stardom has disappeared massively.
I was going to answer because I would have called her.
I
would have called her a megastar. Are you joking?
Nah.
Halle Berry.
I think
that's a household name.
I think she was a cultural icon. I don't think she was a superstar.
No,
I'm with him with this one.
No. Honestly, I feel like she was a megastar. You're in no, that's not even a joke.
Cultural icon is good enough.
No, because what you're
It's
saying
like you're
that
finding
she's
another
black famous.
category just to like.
Huh?
You're saying she's black famous. That's what you're saying.
Nah, I'm saying that. What
You're calling her Maurice Chestnut, and she's not.
She was.
She's not that. She's not that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because he's actually black famous, and I found out recently he's black famous.
What?
Maurice Chestnut. Because I was like, he's the sexiest like, man alive. And one of my white friends was like, who? And I was like, Maurice Chestnut.
He's not like a well-renowned.
And they were like, and I was like, Maurice, like, I was like,
Yeah.
Maurice Chestnut.
Mm.
Apparently he's like black famous, but there's a bunch of white famous people that I don't know either, so it's a good balance. But
Yeah,
Halle
exactly.
Berry, she is honestly she was a megastar. Right now,
She was for sure.
I feel she still is to a certain degree. I feel she's still got a certain like.
She won the
thing going on.
first.
I think she might be like the biggest black female actor.
Full stop. That's it. Just end there.
What?
Yes.
Might be the biggest black female actor that we've ever had.
In popularity,
Across the board, everything in stardom. It's
Viola
her.
Davis.
Yeah, she's Halle Berry bigger.
Halle Berry is.
Viola's
bigger.
just a better actor.
But Halle Berry in the peak was bigger than Violet.
Halle Berry was Halle Berry. Like you're
That
actually.
03 period.
Yo,
was
this is
unbelievable.
revisionist
Her run
history.
at 03.
This is revisionist
Pull
history.
up black female actors, please.
Halle Berry is the name.
Halle Berry's not megastar. He's insane to me.
It's insane.
Probably he's the biggest.
Someone get this boy a mic, man. He's spitting, man. Someone get this boy a mic, man.
Come sit here.
Get this boy a mic. He's spitting for real, man.
Halle Berry's not a megastar. We've never had a black female megastar ever.
And the
Yeah.
fact you said Viola is kind of mad, and that's no offense
She's
to
not.
Viola.
She's not a megastar.
Because Viola's she's just a generational actor,
Yeah.
talent-wise, but not superstar.
And Halle won the first
Oscar
right?
for Monster Ball. Thing.
Yeah.
Monster Ball.
And then the year after, though, she won. She did win
A Razzie.
A Razzie, yeah.
For her worst role. Razzie's
Or
like,
worse or
it's
whatever.
the opposite of it. Yeah.
And she picked it up.
Do you know
to
what it
be
is? She's
fair.
a good sport. That's what she is, and she leans into all the. She does internet really well.
She
She does the internet so well. She does it the
does
best out of
people
all her
well.
peers.
Yeah.
Other than like that video of her husband, that's her first dud for me. That's her first dud.
To be fair, her
No,
run
Catwoman's a dud as well. So.
Oh god.
Her run from 2000
That's a
is
bad
actually
dud as well.
insane though. She got like Monster Ball,
Bad.
X-Men, Swordfish, that was incredible, and Die Another Day, which back then was a huge thing.
Yeah. To be like in a.
Yeah, she honestly no. The fact that you guys are calling her cultural, like calling her black famous, is
I'm
making me sick.
not calling her black famous.
You are. That's what cultural
So,
relevance.
Cultural means
Hey,
everyone.
slightly, you know.
What's
Yeah.
culture? Culture is black culture, no?
No, I just mean like film TV
I
culture.
hate that word culture. Unless you're gonna put it.
Film and TV culture.
She's only famous in her job, like every other actor.
She was a star,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
The fuck is this
She
guy
was
talking
definitely a
about?
star.
No, but now that we have some evidence and
Yeah.
you guys explain your term, I'm happy to say that she
To
was.
retract the statement.
I'm happy. This is why we have
I
podcasts.
think recently we've seen Tom Cruise back on the scene, and he's another one that's like
He's he's
Bums
amazing.
never been challenged, bro.
bums on seats.
He's never been challenged. Bro.
He's the one alongside Will who kind of like revolutionised
Facts.
the whole press tour, premiere, and the whole sort of putting your film in people's faces and then making people go to the cinema to go watch
It's
it.
so funny, bro. Yeah, him and Will's pause from Superstardom, right, was so different. Obviously, because Will was his choice of films and choice of projects that he started doing, whereas Tom was the whole Scientology thing, right?
Yeah.
It was like they made him stop doing press. Like, yo, stop, brother. Okay, you're on tables going for fucking nuts. And then there was like a bunch of actors and a bunch of people that just didn't want to work with him because they had no idea what he was gonna do on set or whatever. He spent years just staying quiet. You know what I mean, like a deal thing, and then came back and started jumping off buildings again.
I think it helped because he was also firstly mostly known for his acting, and then slowly but surely dived
Became
into
an
like the action hero franchisey with Mission Impossible, and then obviously brought back Top Gun in 2023, I think it was. 22. Great film. But he's another one who I think is just he guaranteed bums on seats no matter
Yeah.
what.
What was the rom-com he was in?
Jerry Maguire. Was I even looking at it? I knew.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think he's a good blender. He's a good blend of a good actor. He's also got the superstar pool
Yeah, he's
with a good catalogue of films.
he's
Do you
very
think
few
there's
of
been
those.
a real issue, yeah? So like the superstars that we know now, or the megastars we know now, they all had a run of rom-coms, and current male actors aren't doing that.
I think it was just the era. I don't think rom-coms sell as well as they think did now. Also, I think that because of streaming, rom-coms are so much easier to watch at home because it doesn't feel like a spectacle.
People
You know what
want to
I'm
go
saying?
to the cinema to watch a rom-com.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. People will, but masses.
Yeah. So like I think that's the difference there because it's like I don't think you can be a superstar just based on streaming. You can't. You have to have a blockbuster hit. You like I don't
trying to
think
think of
like
anyone.
I just don't think that can be a thing. I think you need to have a blockbuster hit like full freaking stop. It's a tough world, mate. You know what I mean? Especially post-COVID, it's tough.
One thing I was talking about with Manny as well, the great directors tend to attach themselves to superstars as well.
But
Or they've been on the journey with them.
Yeah.
thank you.
become
That's what I was about to
superstars.
say.
That's what it is.
That's what I was
So
about to
you
say.
obviously got
Kugler.
we'll get on to, we can do that now, but Kugler and Michael B. Jordan, that journey is quite beautiful because found him, I think Ryan Coogler was making Fruitvale Station.
Yeah. Do you know how old he was making that film?
He was in college still.
I'm disgusted. Because what am I doing at my age? Anyways, continue.
Yeah, and they've
Crazy.
sort of like
Cool.
picked him out. I think it was it's not Forrest Whitaker. Is it Forrest Whitaker? It was.
Mm-hmm.
He had like they were doing like a production company, and they put them two in touch. Forrest Whitaker put Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler in touch together. Made Fruitvale Station. Ryan Coogler actually wanted to work with Michael B. Jordan before that. Obviously, he'd seen his work in The Wire,
Yeah.
and I think there was another project which you've spoken about before. But to see that journey where we've actually watched him go from like Fruitvale to Creed 1 to Creed 2 to Black Panther to Creed 3, making that film himself as a director, and then Sinners, that journey, seeing that journey is quite like fulfilling for us as an audience. No?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's the same with like, same with like very traditional huge actors like the Tarantino's. Like he's had Sam Jack in like half his films. Do you know what I mean? And he's had
Sam Jack's always going to be
A Tarantino film.
yeah,
he's always going to be a superstar.
yeah, and obviously DiCaprio as well. Do you know what I mean? Okay,
Scorsese.
yeah, like they have like trusted people. Do you know what I mean? Okay, but like again, I think most of them come from that era of like, do you know what? Now that I'm speaking, I'm thinking like it's as important for the actor to pick the right director as obviously for the director to pick the right actor for the role, and then who makes who the superstar?
Saoirse Ronan and my girl who directed Barbie. Name's gone blank.
Greta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that
yeah.
they've been like locked in for ages. They've been Saoirse's been in a lot of her movies. Yeah. So she's
What,
right.
the Irish social runner.
Yeah.
Good actor. She's
She
really good actually.
hasn't been in like her last,
She's an indie girl though. She's a super indie girl.
but they're meant to be like. We don't really have many female directors, yeah. And Saoirse Ronan and why does her name keep forget?
Greta.
It's going.
They're meant to be our version of a Leo and thingy, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's been like a Saoirse Ronan's been in some questionable projects. People keep saying for the last two, they've been good, but is that if you know, you know. And when you said like who makes who famous, I think it's more the director. Like the director needs to just be doing something good. Like if you're gonna give me like a meaty project, you can't out-act a bad script.
But I think so.
I agree with that.
You
I
can't act.
think with her, she
That's a good point.
like picks these like indie unknown films
I
that
don't.
people
I
ain't
think
necessarily gonna dive into.
I think we say this, yeah, but if you had a chance to do a huge blockbuster hit, you would do it. You just.
not all the time though.
I think.
I
think
you're
if
the
you're given
director.
one or two chances to do it, I think you'll do it. I think.
No, I'm not saying, I'm not disputing you. I'm just saying like she's intentionally made it a thing to pick or to go into indie. Of course, if the opportunity arose, if she said, "Oh, do you want to do Barbie?" I'm assuming she probably would want to do a Barbie. But at the same time, I think you need to have, in my opinion, you also need to have good films that aren't necessarily. You need to have like the base. You need to have your base of like really good films that maybe not necessarily everybody knows, alongside those sort of bigger, sort of global films. For you to be a superstar, in my opinion.
What's the ratio for you in terms of like how many huge bums on seats like hits do you have versus
Maybe like a
people
60, 70.
Nah, for me it's a number of films. I think two.
Yeah, but she's just saying ratio it, like percentage wise.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm saying I would do it as like two films.
But
I
if
don't
you
care if
own
it's 20 films. As like your whole thing is 20. I think you need two. And I think they need to be close together. They can't be like 10 years.
Oh, you need back to backs.
Yeah.
You need, you need a few in a row.
Yeah.
Or you need a few in a year. So like if you're doing like a year run, you need to be. You might pick one little indie here. You might pick a summer blockbuster. You might have the end of the year, which smashes it out of the park. But yeah, I think you do need a bit of a run, which Will Smith had.
He did.
he had an insane run.
For years, yeah.
he had an insane run.
He went off, bro.
Okay, question. What do you guys think of Chris Evans?
As a what?
Okay, it's always only going to be about the megastar conversation here.
He's not that. He's not
He's
that.
not a mega.
He's not. I
But
think in the
once
era,
upon a time, did you think he was though?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You never thought he was?
Never.
Because I once upon a time thought
I
he
did.
was. And then the minute he left Marvel, I was like, this guy does not know how to...
He picks bad films.
He picks terrible films.
He picks films that he enjoys, though. You can tell that he likes playing like.
That makes me question him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because how have we got here? I thought when he left Marvel, it's like, it's clear waters for him.
The only
Buff,
person
he's
should have been
everything. Like, I was like, he's buff, he's a good actor, and he's physically really able to just do any role. I was like, yeah, clean
the
up.
only person in the MCU, current and past, that I would be like is a category of like a superstar is probably RDJ and Tom Holland. I think.
Samuel
Not Michael B. Jordan.
Samuel L's there.
Yeah, of course. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Samuel. L. I keep forgetting that he's in there.
Sorry, not who?
Not Michael B. Jordan.
He's there now.
I think he's a megastar.
I think
Now,
he's-
we had this
I think
now.
he's
You think
there.
because of
I'm
post
tryna-
Sinners?
I mean,
The only reason,
it
yeah,
might be, I might be
think-
doing semantics here, but Mega and Are we saying Mega and Super is the same thing? Essentially?
Yeah, I'm calling it the
Cool,
same thing.
Yeah,
And he's
then
the Mega
Michael B's he's earned it through Sinners.
Yeah, I think Sinners was the
think
final thing he had to cross.
I
and
think
that's fine.
I think I'm in agreement.
Mhm.
I just need to test out the waters commercially. I
His
need to
next
go
one.
to like no. I need to go to like a bunch of like white people and old
Oh,
people.
no, I'm telling you,
and
how
ask
they
them,
know.
hey,
Let me tell you how they know.
have you heard of
I
Michael B.
think
Jordan?
everyone knows who Michael.
Let me tell you about
No,
everyone knows
same,
him. Yeah.
but I just need to be
You know the
sure.
buffness you think you're talking about? Yeah, he's the one actor. Like, I don't know if you ever saw during lockdown when girls would do like
Yeah.
would you run for this side or this side for someone, and it'll be like these random
Yeah, I
mediocre
saw
white
that
guys
so much.
and a
yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Do
He
you-
was always in the mix.
Yeah.
So he's
Facts.
always been the buff one. He's just been that guy.
Facts.
One thing is when I left Sinners, obviously I thought it was a good film. But the first thing I text Jason was like, yo, I have to get
Yeah.
Huh?
Why is that a bar?
No, it's a good butt. It's a good butt.
No, I'm saying, but the first thing I text Jason was like, yo, I have to get wham. Because I saw Michael B. Jordan, I was like, yo, I have to get wham. It has to happen now.
Well, I can't lie, yeah. That brother is a sexy brother, fam. Do you get me? Yeah. And there's-
Smoke or stack? Because like, my mind keeps changing. Because I thought for ages I kept saying stack. But Smoke,
I think
There's
Smoke,
something about
bro.
unstable about him that I kind of like.
Yeah, I think Smoke is like that toxic, like bad boy that just.
But I don't think he's toxic.
he's toxic. Man.
I don't think he's toxic.
toxic.
I think he says it as it is.
Nah, he's there for a good time, and he knows that people
That's
don't want to have a
Stack.
good time. Huh? Oh wait, Stack. Sorry, Stack.
No, Smoke is like,
Nah,
Super chill.
he's super chill, but he's also like a shooter. Like he's a
Yeah,
bit
you
of a
see when he
lunatic.
pulls out the guns in the barn when Stingy won't have the garlic.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, yeah, he's on.
And
like,
it's
yeah, he's like, no, you're gonna eat
You
it.
know what's funny? Yeah, the one role, okay, but
sexy,
I actually
okay.
didn't find him attractive in was Creed. I didn't think that he looked that MJ.
I think he was kind of buff in Creed.
I'm-
He was his sexiest in Black Panther.
Yeah,
That's his sexiest.
I don't agree.
Where was he sexiest then?
Sinners.
Yeah, fair enough. But no,
yeah.
before Sinners.
Creed.
Nah, man, he was just
Nah,
bad.
However-
you can back me up on this. I'm pretty sure when Creed came out, gym membership skyrocketed. Pretty sure it happened. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because of V, bro, Jonathan Majors, fam.
Nah.
He got wham out of nowhere.
By the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington is someone I want to discuss, and the reason being, I think he is the literal epitome of the balancing act. But he's had to really it's taken time, and I think he's a superstar fully because of his acting, and
Yeah.
literally that alone.
And just that.
Nothing else.
And I think
sorry.
he's one of the rare, sort of not gems, but one of the rare actors in today or ever that's not had to rely on being the best looking guy or had
Because
to.
he's so old.
even on thingy, bro, press. Like, he doesn't do much press, if any, at all.
We know
And
him
I
now,
think-
and I think he looks lovely. He's lovely because we know him now, and I think
I think there was a time people didn't think he was a nice guy.
'Cause we didn't know
People
anything
were on
about him.
eggshells on him with him
Yeah.
when they did interviews and stuff. Whereas now you can see there's he's a charming guy, he's charisma, but he's also very to the point.
Yeah.
In his interviews, he's very
He's
direct.
artistic, like as in like obviously when we went to go watch piano lesson, and then we found out that he's still been doing theatre for the past 15 years. I was like, yo, bro, this guy is locked in.
he
And
just
then
loves it.
he loves it. He loves this, bro.
What's the one he's done with Jake Gyllenhaal recently, Manny? Othello. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
got-
honestly, the brother is locked in, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're absolutely right, bro. Like, he is a star, a superstar,
Really
because of just.
What's your favorite Denzel film?
Do you know that the other day I rewatched Training Day?
It's a good film.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
and then
think there's-
yo, I went on a deep dive about all the meanings, but behind it. I saw that, I saw the
Improvise, man.
vid, of that. Okay, that it was like improvised, and the fact that all of the extras, they were all like, do we carry on here? Like, do you know what I'm saying? They were baffed, right? And they were like, rather, like, it was a genuine reaction to what this guy was doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Also, I found out, okay, that he argued with the director because in the original script, okay, he wasn't gonna die, right? That he was gonna drive off, but Denzel was like, nah, I didn't put that on for him not to die. He's got to die because he's such a bad guy that we have to prove that bad guys can't win. Even at like this level, he has to die. Even if a bad guy kills him and when the other a bad guy lives, that's life. Do you know what I'm saying? But he has to die. I was like, rah, bro, brother is locked into everything. But saying that, that's still not my favorite of his.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be. I think it's a great film, though. It's a great film.
Can you name
Have
some? Yeah, go on.
All right, Bone Collector, Out of Time, Philadelphia, Glory, Magnificent Seven, John Q, Fences, Deja Vu, American Gangster.
Deja Vu is an interesting film because it's badly rated on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking good film.
It's a great film.
Oh, American Gangster's mine.
American Gangster. I could watch that film
Over and over
Time.
again. Man on Fire.
time again.
I love Man on Fire.
Man of Fire's really.
I love Man on Fire.
Obviously, he has the Equalizer franchise now. Remember the tie?
I think the franchise is what cements the stardom. I think
If you can keep going back,
Yeah.
and everyone's gonna,
I think Philadelphia is one that's like just like because it's
Pure.
phenomenal. Yeah, it's pure. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, and then Fences. I've said right. Yeah, John Q.
Okay. I'm leaning towards either Training Day or Fences.
Flight.
Flight
That's
is
later
good
on,
just
but
because it proved that he can do the adaptation thing, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, and
Oh, Malcolm X as well.
wow.
oh, the X film.
just
He's literally
That brother's starring.
he is. I think he's the epitome of what most actors aspire to be as well.
yeah.
Oh,
Do you know
Inside Man.
it's because
100%.
what
Inside
is
Man.
he is.
oh, what
Bro,
a
Inside Man is a
film!
fucking banger. It's
Yeah.
a fucking
Do you know, yeah?
banger.
You know, that
I
shouldn't
think-
be that good of a film. I can't explain it yet.
Yeah.
There are certain films, yeah.
It
that
shouldn't be, yeah.
It should be. If it came out now, it should be straight to streaming.
Yeah.
It's just an okay film, but it's such a good
Do you
film.
remember? Do you
That's my
remember?
favourite. Sorry, I take it back. That's my
Do
favourite
you
film.
remember Will Smith in that film? Yeah. Oh my God, what's the film called? The film where he's like a spy or like a CIA officer. I think it's framed for a crime.
Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he only made that film because I think he made Inside Man.
probably.
Yeah. Because it was like, how can you still get the fucking accolade for like a concept that was not like overused, but it's we've seen it before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of stuff.
Yeah. And
It's a heist film. It shouldn't. Yeah, it really shouldn't be that good.
Also, He Got Game is like one of the best basketball theme films ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
Do you know what it is? He's your actor's favorite actor,
Yeah.
and I think his age has forced him to be solely reliant on his skill and his ability to act. Sorry. So now, like, he's not. We've got a generation of actors that are just personable. That's
Yeah.
like, we'll watch it because like we like him, we like her. Like, oh, why not? Like, we'll do it. Why not? But for him, it's like you have to actually you care about his acting. His acting is the only thing. So the age thing, there's a bunch of older actors that are like that.
And it's peak because when you see him in certain films of like Gladiator 2, there was a mammoth difference between his performance and everybody else. And
Yeah.
like Joseph Quinn.
Mammoth, bro.
Joseph Quinn was good, but it's like this is like.
He's just
Night and
he's
day.
Nah,
better than everyone
bro.
else.
He was long gone.
I'm looking forward to the Spike Lee film that's coming out with. Is it
I-
Rocky?
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to him.
Can't wait for that.
To being in Black Panther 3.
There's a huge possibility that will happen. But that takes us on to a conversation around IP and franchises and superhero films of the sort, easy. Where, you could argue to some degree they have taken over the superstar because what you have with these IPs, especially superhero films, are you have characters within a book who are now being adapted into a TV show or a film, and the adoration for those, you could argue, overshadows who the actor is. Now, if you can get a great actor to play that character as well, it's even better. But for the most part, people you need to play him this way. This is how I know this character. This is how he's supposed to look. This is how he's supposed to perform. This is his story. This is the only way. So people tend to, or have tended to, attach themselves more towards the franchise and the comic booky and the IP rather than the superstar in today's world.
Do you know what
You could argue.
There was something like Anthony Mackie said about that, where he spoke about like how people will go to the film
To watch Cap.
to watch Cap, not to watch Chris Evans as
Yeah.
Cap, it's to watch Cap. So I think
Chris Evans earned people watching him
Yeah.
as Cap.
Yeah.
But I think he was touching on the fact that in
But-
general,
God.
people are going to go watch roles than they are.
No,
the
but
person
that's
playing.
absolutely right. Okay, because I and I'm saying this now because I'm just thinking about it now. Okay, I wouldn't know Henry Cavill. I would probably not know his name as quickly as I learnt his name if he was a Superman.
Valid. But yeah, there's some roles that are just
They're global
They
phenomenons,
transcend.
man.
they exceed you as a
Supersede.
person. Supersede, thank you.
Yeah, like he's Superman. Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's just that's what it is.
You can't be bigger than Superman.
Yeah.
You actually can't.
You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like I know your name now for the rest of the time now because you.
Christopher Reeves. Like, I don't know another Christopher Reeves film than New Superman at one point.
who's the new Superman?
That I should know. Because
See,
that's-
when it comes out,
we're gonna
gonna know
know.
it.
We're gonna know. Yeah.
Corin.
yeah, man, he's got to change that to David Stern or something. So,
Yeah, I like David
David
Cornsworth.
Cornsworth,
Yeah.
Crow who?
Cornsworth.
Yeah,
No.
Cornsworth.
I
Yeah,
want him to
literally.
say it by
Yeah,
himself.
go.
Cornsworth.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Why are we smiling? Cornsworth. Yeah.
But we've got some big IP films, superhero films. I keep saying superstar. We've got some big superhero films coming out. We've got Fantastic Four. Reed Richards, like people saying, oh, Pedro Pascal can't beat him because it has to be this particular way. And it's like, again, we're going back to the point of like the IP and the character being bigger than the actor.
Yeah.
And I think even Pedro Pascal, who is everybody's mum, daughter, sister, loves Pedro for one
Love.
reason or even if it's not for his aesthetics, it's for how nice he is.
He's a
It's
nice
not for how
guy.
nice he is, it's because he's a good actor.
Yeah.
He's still not a superstar though.
Yeah.
He's not a superstar.
But why is that though? Because he isn't. I agree with
I
you.
think he needs a big film where
Yeah.
he leads it as the face of the film.
Yeah, he does.
He's
He,
done a lot of TV.
Does
I
he
need
have a
him in the
blockbuster?
thingy. Huh?
Does he have a blockbuster? Like a blockbuster?
Plenty, bro.
Who?
Pedro.
Pedro.
Like one that stands like.
He's got plenty, no?
That
He's
stands out.
he's got like really good films, but I'm trying to think.
Man's asking us.
No, because that's what I'm trying to say. You
No,
got-
because I agree with you. He's
Yeah.
not. He's not a superstar yet. But you're right. I need to see his face on a poster, and it's just him. When we get to that point where it's just him, or like it's his face and other floating heads, I need something that's just like him.
Yeah,
I'm thinking all
I'm going
my
through
megastars
this
that I'm
right now.
thinking of in my head.
There's nothing
like
that
that.
stands
Even
out.
Gladiator, he wasn't a lead. That was Paul Mescal.
Game of Thrones,
I guess you could argue
Yeah,
Fantastic.
him and that's why I fell in love with him for Game of Thrones.
Equalizer,
just so gay.
Kingsman.
Fantastic Four is going to be like the biggest.
That'll be.
But
that'll be his biggest.
That's
thing,
gonna
for
be
sure.
That's not
Marvel
enough.
pushing it. Like I'm trying
That's
to say,
not
yeah.
Is he sharing it?
No.
Yeah.
But don't forget though. Okay, if they get this right, okay, it's Marvel. This is Marvel's fourth attempt of a live action F4. So if he does get this right, okay, for multiple reasons, okay, aside from the superhero thing, he can get that next.
No,
I need a sinners
no,
from him. That's what I basically
he's
need.
sharing. You can't
Huh?
share. Fantastic Four, you're sharing.
Yeah.
No, but like guys, I don't.
And he's sharing it equally with too
I don't
many
think
people.
you're clocking.
And Robert Downey
guys,
Jr.'s in
yeah?
it as well. So
It
like,
dep-
I don't
Yeah,
think
you're sharing it too
I
much
don't
with-
think you man are clocking how important and big Reed Richards is in comic history.
I'm not saying it's. I'm
We're
not
not
saying
saying
it's not.
that.
We're not saying. We're not discarding anything you're
Like
saying.
arguably like the
I'm
top three
saying
smartest
he-
people in.
I hear you, but he needs something. You're right. He needs a sinners. He needs a
yeah,
undeniable hit of like
that's
where
his
it's
own.
hit. Yeah, where because the thing is, what sinners? Yeah, Woman was great.
Mhm.
So was Haley. So was everyone else. Like Miles was fantastic. Everyone else was fantastic. But Michael B.
Jordan is what we're talking about.
Do you know what I mean? Like
He's the face.
he like it's him. It's him. I
You're-
need a Pedro.
I genuinely think that F4, the way that I've read it anyways, okay, I genuinely think that Reed is the star, and I think that the rest of them are just side characters.
It's going to be everyone on
Do you
that
think
major
Pedro's
cast.
bigger
there
than-
together.
People are talking about Robert Downey Jr. being in that film Huss. That's literally what.
And it's taken-
No,
Not
but
even-
no,
not even a
but
positive light, they're just
he's
talking about it.
he's in the fucking. Do you know what? That's super interesting. Okay, other superstars can superside stars. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's not his fault.
Yeah, but
No,
that's
that's
the
the point.
Oh,
point.
he's just fucking bigger.
But that's the point, because if it was Denzel Washington in Fantastic Four, we wouldn't be talking about RDK. whatever his name is.
We definitely would.
I think RDJ might just
Superside a little bit.
a bit. Not because he's better.
No, but I think there'd be more an interesting conversation if we got Denzel Washington in it, because it's like, what's he doing there?
Yeah.
So that conversation alone is gonna thingy.
Cool. Okay, cool. If at the Disney con thing, yeah, okay. If he done that, fam, with Doctor Doom, and it was Denzel, does he get a bigger reaction?
Yes, he does.
What, than
Like,
RDJ?
Yeah, he does.
Nah, he
does.
doesn't, bro.
The reason he does, yeah.
He gets a reaction.
No,
Trust
It
me.
might not be the right
Trust
reaction.
me. He gets the reaction, but the reaction is like, it's conversation. Like, to be like a megastar or that level of stardom, yeah, it's also like, how many people are gonna like, Google you to find out things about you? He has more of that. He has more of that. than
Also
Robert Downey
that-
Jr.
also
He
that-
does.
that-
You
that-
guys just love Marvel. I promise
that-
you.
that-
The
No,
average
no,
person-
bro.
that-
The average person doesn't care as much as you guys do.
The
They
scenario.
don't. He's a bigger star, so they have to
do.
care more.
Listen. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because their kids do. Their pajamas are I'm my pajamas, okay? Their bags
But
are
that's
Spider-Man
why.
bags. They're this. Everything is attached, okay, to if you're 60 or you're 6, right? That's what. Nah, but big man thing, okay? And that's why they care. That's why they know. That's why everybody, and that's what makes RDJ a superstar. Because from 2008, okay, until like right now, 80% of kids and their mums and dads know who Iron Man is, bro. Do you get me? It's done.
But-
Even if you've never watched one MCU film ever, RDJ is it's done. Denzel is a better actor, okay? RDJ is a good actor. He's not a bad actor. He's a good actor.
But in that breath, you're saying that RDJ is a bigger star than Denzel Washington, and I don't think you agree with that.
Do you know one thing I want to quickly say?
I'm not happy with it.
I don't actually think you think that.
I do.
Because you can't have said everything we've said and still be like, yeah, he genuinely.
Again,
he's
like
not-
what Gaz said earlier, it doesn't mean obviously Denzel's a way better actor.
It's not about the acting
He's the
ability.
Not
goat.
about that.
We're literally not talking about that right now because we know that. That's
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah.
Ask RDJ, he's gonna say he's a better actor. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, right now, in terms of megastar, I still think Denzel's bigger.
Do you know
still
what-
think
Right now or all time?
both. I think both.
I think it's RDJ, man.
I don't. I honestly think because
I think
what-
RDJ
I think
right
that,
now-
I think that one role he took, which shouldn't define him, but
It has.
taken him to a different stratosphere.
Do you not think though? Back to what you were saying about him taking that mask off. I only think that he would get a bigger reaction than Denzel. It's because we don't expect him to come back to the MCU,
No,
which is
yeah.
why he
That's
gets that
really
off.
the shot.
Yeah,
No,
that's really the
That's
shot.
the main shot.
That's
Yo,
the
Like,
thing.
why
Yeah,
is it
one. That's one.
that's the
Wait,
shot.
Wait,
No,
yo,
that's
the
bro.
shot.
That's one of many reasons.
What's the other reasons though?
The
Because
fact that he
He's playing two roles.
Do you know, by the way?
Same universe.
By the way,
That's
okay.
the issue.
By the way, him taking that role, in 2008 isn't just the success of the MCU. It's the literal destruction of the fucking industry, right? He took that role, all right, and Disney, who saw Marvel as a huge fucking risk, made so much freaking money and then needed more characters. They bought Fox. They bought a whole other studio. Do you understand that? Okay, and then the other studios took them to court to be like, "Yo, it's a monopoly thing, right?" Like him taking that role destroyed everything. He is a global phenomenon, right? So for
You
him
see
to
the
come back
influence,
here
right?
and say, "Yo, boom, here I am," bro, if I'm Universal or Warner, I'm sitting there going, "For fuck's sake."
But you're not because
That's
we're
bad.
so attached. We said this before. We're attached to Iron Man. I personally, I'm not watching it.
Well, clearly
because
not.
I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
clearly not because wait, what?
I don't care.
No,
about
what did you
RDJ.
say?
I'm not watching it because of that. I'm not watching it because of thingy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just thought you were saying I'm not watching it.
I'm not rushing to watch Fantastic Four. I'm not.
No,
I don't care about that.
Doomsday.
Puss. So if he's all this what you're saying right, can you name me the 3 films that he's made after his MCU phase?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge by the way. He was.
But again, he was in the
incredible.
face of that.
Huh?
Cillian Murphy.
He was in
watched
the
that.
rear. He was the literal.
It was Cillian
rear.
Murphy.
Cillian Murphy was
that
He
was
got his academy for it, man. He gets his blind.
yeah.
Facts, bro.
But we were there for Cillian. Let's be real.
Yes, we were.
And Nolan. Really.
So where do
there
you
for
put
Nolan.
Killian? Killian is not a star, is he?
He's not.
No.
Nah, he's not a star.
Okay, but name
Wait.
me the other 2.
What, Killian tier
Yeah.
2?
Tier 3, 4.
I think he's a 2, you know.
Oh, tier 2 like with like Sandra Bullock and
Don't you talk down on my good. sis.
Killian is not gonna put bums on seats.
No, not.
He'll put film.
So, what,
some-
so
Critically-
Oppenheimer's Nolan, right? I get you.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
critically acclaimed.
Come on,
That's what
bro.
he is.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's
Yeah,
not skip
fair.
past
Yeah,
this.
So what, tier 3 then?
Huh?
C3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C's
As in
fine.
C and 3, same thing.
I'll take C. Yeah, I'll take C.
So
But he
what-
could be a B though.
I don't think so.
Literally, Oppenheimer is your banker.
Yeah,
He's such a
but that's one.
He's in 28 days.
It's one.
Years now. Is it going to be as well?
People are gonna go watch that for him as well.
Exactly.
28.
I don't think we're watching it for him. I think we're watching it because we're excited.
It's the third
But it's Cillian.
installment trilogy. Okay,
It's
but
Peaky Blinders,
I
bro.
think
It's my
that-
guy.
oh yeah,
Peaky Blinders, yeah.
yeah, as well.
But
yeah.
again,
Peaky Blinders movie. Come on,
Yeah, that's true.
wake up!
That's true.
Come on, man.
Do you know? Yeah, I think that P Banders falls into the category of TV where
Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible 8.
fucking
I'm
manny,
watching
bro,
it too.
where
Okay.
Americans, don't know the difference or recognize the difference between each character. I think they think everyone is the same.
No, Joe Cole.
You know what I'm
don't-
saying?
My good
That's
brother
fine.
Joe Cole.
Be careful, be careful, be careful. Come.
So you think they think Tom Hardy is the same as Cillian? They don't know who the difference is.
They know because they know
They know.
Venom.
Tom
Exactly.
Hardy, what is he? What tier is he?
B.
B as well.
Let me fucking fling out some names to you.
Because
But-
he hasn't got a major film yet that we
Guys,
love.
before you do that, you're not gonna get away with this.
Oh,
What are the other two films that
What?
this megastar
Mm-hmm.
RDJ has been in, other than Oppenheimer, since the MCU has finished with him?
RDJ?
Yeah,
Come on, bro, easy, bro.
God.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
Okay.
so much.
So much cap.
He was obviously in Sherlock Holmes, like
that's
previously.
not.
No!
that's not-
Yeah,
I
I'm
No,
think
we don't care about
I said
previously.
previously.
Focus on the question you were asked.
Yeah.
Sorry. What was
It's only 3 films, mind you.
Yeah.
From your megastar.
Yeah.
Your megastar is bigger than Denzel Washington.
that's left the MCU and the 3 films he starred in.
You're proving the point.
What, from now, yeah? No, just ask a question.
Yeah.
From now.
Yeah, so when Endgame finished,
Yeah.
the 3 films that he has been
Chris,
in.
don't say it to him again. He heard you the first
And
time. Answer the
Endgame finished in
question.
2020, right?
No,
2019.
don't.
That's what I need.
He should know
Yeah,
this.
he was in a film in 2020. So you told me that film in that year that he was in.
Yo, come on, no one cared then. You know what I'm saying?
But your megastar.
He wasn't the biggest film of all time.
This is your megastar.
He's in the biggest film of all time.
Yeah, the
This
year
is your
prior.
megastar.
The year prior. The year prior. The
year
biggest of all
prior-
time.
you don't
Also,
have to
also,
it. That's your
let's start
megastar.
doing Mo Salah, okay?
Wait,
because
so wait, you're
because
saying-
if we start doing stats now, yeah,
Oh my
okay, he's the highest paid actor in fucking Hollywood, right?
So
This doesn't mean anything. These are
One,
megastars.
one.
I can't lie. Box office draw does matter for megastars, man.
Thank
so
you.
why can't he name these 3 films?
Wait.
He should be able to name
What I
these
can
films.
name you in the top 10 grossing films of all time, he's in at least 4.
Well done.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's your megastar. You've said this. Now name the films he was in. You've only got 2 films. It's only 2 films. I don't know because he's not my megastar.
Yeah.
You would go on. What is it?
I know you. It's in Sir and Doolittle.
Bro,
I
he's
know
doing
what-
Dr.
know what
Doolittle.
He's
Yeah,
doing
that's
indies.
Dr.
the
Doolittle.
do indies, do indies.
Dr. Doolittle. Fucking indie. Have you lost our mind?
There are polar bears on the
Bro, he's
poster.
tired. He's trying to chill, bro.
So
You
what
get
did he
me?
do? He had to make himself relevant again. He came back to Marvel. And that's why
Impossible.
he took his face off. Yes.
He was in Oppenheimer, the biggest film, okay, for
Okay,
years.
cool. So why
He was fine, bro. He was fine.
why is he not doing stuff again?
He won an
Why
award.
did you come back?
He won an award.
Why did you come back?
Never go back.
There.
Why would you go back? Yeah. If
Because
you're gonna-
it was
if
a
you're gonna
creative
go-
move.
But why would you go back?
It was a creative
Like,
move,
they are gonna pay him crazy bank for that film, man. Like,
bro.
Exactly.
Guys,
Exactly.
guys,
you
guys,
need
guys,
to go back to the
of
cash
course they
cow.
are, yeah?
You do.
I watched the interview, okay, with the Russo brothers, right? And then what's it? They said that RDJ signed on to come on before the what's it, brothers came back, but in the condition, okay, that the story that the brothers told was like locked in. So they said no at first because they didn't have a like good story. They found a story, they thought it worked, okay, and then was like, all right, cool, we're locked in. I generally think that RDJ just done what, as I said a lot earlier, trusted directors where he's had his most success. I don't think that it mattered that it was fucking Marvel or cool, but he has had the most success with the Russo brothers, and then he went away, all right, and then they found a story that works. I think that's why he has come back. I don't think that he's come back for the peas or anything. He's made enough money. All right, it's done.
Then,
right?
then you
I
said
don't
no.
think you can question the fact that the bank would play a huge role.
I promise you.
Of course.
When
No,
everyone jokes
I
about
was
Marvel,
not to say it's the
you
only
want to
reason.
join Marvel
That's
because
the bank.
you got some bread. It's not
Exactly.
the sole reason, but that's a huge play. Probably the second reason. But if you're telling me that because Russo brothers made most success with him, you go and work with them. You go to the side and be like, yo, let's put.
They've
together a
made
project.
films outside of
They-
Marvel.
And
And
they
they-
only ever made Marvel.
And they've not made good films.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they've made films
So
with.
what's the point? That they
They-
haven't got any
one
good
second.
ideas. They
So
only know
Marvel.
Wait.
someone else's ideas.
Wait.
I mean,
Their-
there's a lot of
yo.
creatives.
Their last 4 films, yeah, the 4 leads have been Chadwick, Chris Hemsworth for Extraction.
Wait, they didn't do Extraction.
We did.
Nah, the guy that did Extraction he's a stunt guy that took over. He was the stunt guy on.
He has a film with Chris thingy, and then they've got the film obviously with Star-Lord. What's
James
his name?
Pratt.
Chris
Pratt.
Chris Pratt, the one with Millie
He's another one.
Bobby Brown.
Fucking poor films, man.
They did Wait, the Russo brothers apparently did Cherry,
Yes,
Yeah, they did.
Grey Man,
yes.
Extraction.
All,
They did Extraction.
all.
Which one?
Thank you.
They did
Thank you.
Extraction.
All
What, the first one?
Marvel
They did
characters.
both.
As directors? No.
I think producers maybe.
They may be
Producers.
producers, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not
but
listed which
but
one.
yo, all Marvel actors. Okay, so maybe RJ was just like, yo, fam, you're
Let's
doing
move
it
on,
until
man.
anyway.
So this is literally the point: is that they haven't got any good original IPs, or they don't know how to do what they're doing outside of comic books, which is fine. It's not by like you don't have to have original ideas if you can only adapt.
If your skill set is better at adapting,
If that's your skill set,
that's like the David Benioff, the Game of Thrones showrunner.
Yeah.
Their thing is seemingly adapting because since then they've struggled to do anything else.
But this is it.
Do you also think that RDJ's work outside of Marvel is good enough as well to put him in that?
Nope, it's not.
I think
and he
prior,
knows it's
yeah,
not.
for sure.
Really?
What?
Yeah, for sure.
Give us free.
He won mad awards, you know.
But what gave us?
Okay,
films?
but when we're asking you what these things are, you said.
Sherlock Holmes.
You
solid.
no. What I'm saying, you said Halle Berry, was black famous, Then you went to a list of bare things she's done. That's a megastar because you know straight off your head.
Yeah, but
what she's done.
RDJ, okay.
RDJ's meant to be your megastar, but you can't name anything.
No, but RDJ is my megastar because he got attached to something that I'm super close.
But I'm saying, take away Iron Man, he should be able to. You should know things about him. He's meant to be your
He's
megastar.
been in
No,
some
but
good
we're
films.
admitting that Iron Man made him a megastar.
But that's fine. But you're saying, before then he had bare things. I'm asking you what they are.
No,
bare
no,
awards.
he did, okay, but I wasn't into them.
But even
Get
post
me?
that.
But to be a
doesn't
megastar, do
say-
you not have to have that?
I don't
Yes,
think. Bro, I'm proving it now. I'm saying to you, in 2008, I learned who he was.
But-
Prior to that, he won like 4 Academy Awards,
Huss.
right?
No, he didn't. He did do that. I can tell you that. He did do that.
How many?
He's won one.
Perfect. He won 1 and then went to
Post,
rehab.
yeah.
And then no,
Yeah.
What did he win before?
bro, he won an award before you fucking fuck. Yeah,
What
bro,
did he
that.
win an Oscar for?
Huh?
For?
I don't know, but he won something and then went to rehab and shot up people and shit. Okay, do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then came back as fucking Iron Man. I'm saying, okay, and we've said this before.
He was a nominee in 2009 for Tropic Thunder, and
That's
he was
incredible.
a nominee for Chaplin as well.
Prior to that, in like the 90s,
So it says here
What about one with blackface?
He was
You
like a
think for
kid.
that?
that's
He's won
that's,
one Academy
that's the
Award.
one,
He's got
yeah.
3 nominations. Yeah.
But he only won.
He's got 2 BAFTAs, which is impressive to be fair.
there you go.
He's in Zodiac, which is really good.
My point is,
Go.
he's
But-
not your superstar, but you
I
could
said,
have
here
named
we
the 3
go.
movies he did after, and that is a
I
problem.
think that proves to me that he's a superstar.
Incredible. Okay, next one.
I genuinely think that.
No, but we do have to. I've got 2 more segments, and plus with a game, so I've got just moving.
Yeah, I mean to dip.
So, what I want to talk about is 2020 onwards, and sort of like the rise of Gen Z-ish / young actors who have sort of catapulted themselves into stardom. I think Hollywood Reporter did something quite recently where they did like a top 10 of all time. No, top 10 of the 2020s. So like Timothée Chalamet's in there.
Yeah.
Zendaya's in there. Do you put those guys for sure as today's superstars, or
I
just
think
superstars
that, I
as a
think
whole?
they're the closest.
I think Zendaya for me, yes. I think Timothy almost.
I think Timothy.
I think 2 superstars that are there.
I'm not sure what
are-
it is, but it's something about
The 2 superstars that I know right now in Hollywood that the easiest answer is Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart.
All right, well, back to the serious talk.
You
No.
might not like them.
No,
but
no,
that's
I
not
think
that's
you
not the
might be
question
right.
here.
I think you might be right.
What,
I'm talking about young
superstar?
actors though, the young
Yeah.
actors of today.
The young actors.
Yes, young actors. I'm gonna say Zendaya for sure. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I don't care for the Complete Unknown. That's probably what it is.
Mhm.
I think if I did like the movie, I would have said yes for Timothy. So I think it's more of a personal thing. But
Yeah,
I think he really is.
Timothy's there, man.
Yeah, I think I'm actually just not giving it to him because I didn't enjoy that movie.
Hollywood
but that's
Reporter
not-
did something last year where they did like the top 10. Also, they had Austin Butler described as the golden boy.
It's enough. It's enough.
He's
No,
not a
he-
superstar. He's just
he
a good-
can't have
he's,
it.
He's a good actor. Though.
Yeah, he can't have
He's
it.
he's one level below. I'd
The-
say.
No, he's 2 or 3.
2, not 3.
He had
maybe
Elvis.
2.
He had
I think
Elvis.
he's at a 2.5.
Other than that,
I think he's on a tilting point between like a 2 and a
2 and a 3.
yeah.
Yeah, because other than Elvis, what has he actually had?
Dune.
Yeah, I'm biased. 'Cause I didn't watch Dune.
Yeah, he was also.
I can't lie.
That's the
Bike
reason
is
I
He
didn't
wasn't in
watch
it long, but he was fucking cold. He
Yeah,
was really
the
good.
Bike Riders was good in.
Bike Riders is good. Yeah, it's good for him.
He was good.
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh,
very
they
small,
had a
very
whole
small.
whole load of young. That film was mad.
And then
Masters of the Air. It was a good TV show.
Good show. Yeah. Had Callum Turner in it
Again,
as well, right?
he's got things that I didn't care for. That's what it is. I'm not giving it to him.
wait,
I'm
are
not
we
being
talking
fair.
about
Austin Butler.
he's not superstar for me, man.
No, we're saying he's in the. Second
They got
category.
Timothée Chalamet described as the sure thing.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him because I'm being unfair, but he deserves it.
Jacob Elordi, the shy
No,
heartthrob.
no,
Yeah, I'm with that.
no.
Where'd you put him?
He's tier 4. Let me tell you why. Yeah, because he should have been the golden boy and he's not. Yeah, They made him the golden boy. They're like, yeah, he's gonna be the next thing. It's gonna be the next thing. It's gonna be him. It's gonna be him. It didn't work. And guess what? That's okay.
Paul
I'm gonna stop
Mescal.
then, sorry.
Paul Mescal as the arts house prince. So like,
I'm okay with him
the
having
indie
it.
boy.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a superstar yet though.
No, not yet. But
I think he's at
on way.
another like in a 2.5ish. I think Gladiator last year he was decent in, but I don't think he had enough. I don't know, there was something missing with Gladiator 2, which didn't necessarily do it for me. But Jenna Ortega is described as the Gen Z obsession.
Yeah. On her way too.
Where'd you put her though?
She just needs to stop choosing terrible projects, but I'm gonna put her in the 3rd tier.
Yeah.
In the next decade, I will be really excited for her career.
Glenn Powell, I think he's at a 2, and I think he's heading towards the 1.
No,
Glenn Powell's in his 40s though.
it's a solid 3.
That's not a young
Oh, but
man.
He's 36.
Yeah, he doesn't count.
Can we
I
can we put him in the same conversation as Zendaya?
Oh, it's not me.
No, I'm asking the room. I'm being ageist, but can
I
we?
don't think so.
Because
How old
I
is
think he's
Zendaya?
young in his career, but he's not
Yeah,
young.
he's young in his career. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
He's young in his career.
Okay, cool.
She's 28 and he's 36.
He's young in his career.
That's
I think
really
Glenn
decade.
Powell's like heading towards there though. I think he's heading towards there. I think he's at.
What has he been in other
Yeah,
than?
I'm trying to really think.
Because obviously that terrible movie with Tits McGee, what's her name? Sydney Sweeney.
I like them both.
Anyone but you.
I like the film. I can't lie.
No, it's fun, but it's not a very good film.
He's not got anything that stands out in terms of like other than Top Gun.
Oh no, he had the thing with Adriana Arjona. The Netflix
What
thing.
Hitman?
Bro, that was a hit. No pun.
That was the hit.
It was a
Man.
big hit. It's cheap as well. It's poor. I know. Sorry.
It's okay. He made it worse.
Oh, what did he say?
I said it was a hit, and he said, "Man."
Oh man.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
2. Yeah, solid 2.
Yeah. She's on her way, but she's not a megastar. There's just something.
She's another one that's on like. Hey, listen, Thunderbolts, kind of like front face of that, you know. Put your
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Smile
Just
it.
smile.
Put it away.
Yeah, because
Great.
it's
Do
a
you
film.
know what it is? Someone made a really good point that she's got a face that she can only make movies that are set in modern day, and it's so true. I do not want to see her in a period piece because she doesn't.
Oppenheimer.
She looks like she knows what an iPhone is.
Oppenheimer.
Do you know? Are you? My nigga, can you listen to the words I'm saying?
Oppenheimer was in 2025.
My point is,
I'd like to chill out with her.
Does she not look like she has what did you say?
I have to chill out with her. She seems cool.
She does seem like
Yeah, I would try out for 2.
She'd probably fart too much, but she
okay.
can.
Onto you. The next one.
Also, obviously, in Dune next year, like she's gonna be
She's gonna be more prominent
have
role,
a
yeah.
huge role. So yeah,
Sydney Sweeney.
No,
No.
nah,
No.
fam.
we're actually lying. Honestly, it's ridiculous. If you have to really be reliant on you constantly being naked for a role, which sounds so offensive for me to say, but my goodness, that Madam Web film was terrible, yeah. But she made it 20 times worse because she wasn't acting correctly. She was so good in Euphoria. Honestly, the role she plays in
White
this,
Lotus as well. Killed it.
yeah, she was so good back to back in those shows.
But she really like
plays
her
the
role.
same
Her role in that isn't like anything
She
too
was good
big.
though.
But she did it good.
Yeah, she
But
got
the
asked
point is that
to do a job, and she did a job.
yeah,
Yeah.
she did well. Like I'm not gonna be angry. You did the job you're meant to do.
Because I haven't seen those 2.
Those are her standout performances. You haven't seen anything
My
good
opinion of her is like very, very small.
because you've seen her in Madam Web and what else?
And Anyone But You. And
She was okay in Anyone But You.
She was better than him.
No, Glenn was okay.
Glenn was good.
They were both okay.
They were both mid.
Yeah, there's nothing to write home about. She's just really good in Euphoria. She's
Yeah.
acting like she couldn't act. And
She is
she
like
left Euphoria and went like, yo guys, I don't really want to act anymore. I just want to show you guys my boobs. And it's like, this is enough now.
she is beautiful.
I
Though.
mean, she's changing that now though. She's got the boxing film coming up.
And I'm excited for that. Because she's got Wham as well. And I was like, yes, commit to this role. Do it. Actually do it because I know you've got it in you.
Yeah, and what's the name? Like Complex. Stop posting her randomly. It's weird.
Yeah, they're doing it for engagement. I hate it. It's just it's actually so like there's a little intern with his dick on his laptop like, posting that picture constantly, and it's like
It was, and yo, she'll drop like a 12 photo like dump. He'll pick like 3 of them, the most revealing ones.
Yeah.
He'll pick like the ones that aha.
I'm telling you,
know what I'm
and it'll be like when she posted the photo of her like getting like bolo for the role. Yeah, they were like, oh, before and after transformation. I was like, yo, can he get this boy to put his dick away? Like what the heck?
So big.
All right, guys.
On the computer. Sorry.
I'm just going to transition into the game I had because it kind of fits in
Yeah.
what we were doing before. I've got a list of actors, past and present, mostly present, and you need to list them in terms of A, B, C, or D in terms of their stardom. Yeah.
Cool.
Kids, you got a timestamp for this as well, just so that it makes it easier for you when you're gaming. Or whatever.
So A, B, and superstar,
We can go that way. Yeah.
like global megastar all time.
Does that make it easier for you guys?
Sure.
That's what I thought of the man anyway.
Cool. Zendaya, where do you put her in terms of categories of actors?
A.
Yeah. Superstar.
Yep.
Okay. Florence Pugh.
B.
B.
Interesting. Timothy Chalamet.
A.
Margot Robbie.
A.
A.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Oh, that scene.
Wolf
That's
of Wall
mega
Street
star.
made it.
It's
well.
mega star.
Wolf of Wall Street is
Household name as well.
quality.
Yeah.
And she's also really black famous as well.
Yeah.
Because you guys won't. Yeah, anyways.
Barbie as well. And what I love about her, she recognizes her white privilege. Okay, she took a break and allowed others to have roles, and then came back and done fucking Barbie.
She went to go have a child. And after Barbie, she's like, I'm going to go have a kid. And I loved it.
Yep.
I'm really pro women. Just
She
things
also
happen.
had a secret affair with my favorite actor, Will Smith. So shout
They
out to her.
definitely.
That wasn't a secret.
Yeah,
That affair was not
they
a
was-
secret.
They were smashing on set. And that's also I want to
Allegedly.
say the last film that Will Smith looked langing.
Fair.
That's cap.
Hold on.
He was handsome in King Richard.
Oh, I see.
He was okay.
He was handsome in King Richard. Don't-
Actually
That's British history.
in Bad Boys when he got rehench again.
Oh, sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
When
You
they
know
did
what?
that-
I take it back.
Yeah, don't talk
Hey.
about my goat like that.
Hey. Sorry.
Ryan Gosling.
You're moving mad. The Notebook.
I am even mad.
Put
But-
where you want to put him?
I'm gonna say B.
Oh,
I think it's because there's nothing recent that's coming to mind.
what do you mean? He done the
Fall
stunt
Guy.
film.
The Fall Guy.
Yeah.
And that proves my point. That makes it a B. I
He
was
was good in
teetering.
that.
I was teetering for A, but that makes it a B. Yeah,
Nah, right. I think The Notebook is too big.
it is.
of
And
a
you know,
film.
I love The Notebook, but I have to be a bit more honest. I think it might be a B for me.
He's also all of Hollywood's like crush.
No, that's a sexy motherfucker. Like he's sexy as shit.
Yeah, he was great and crazy stupid as well.
Oh, he was so
Oh,
good in Crazy
what a
Stupid
film.
Love. Oh my goodness, with Steve Carell as well. Oh fuck off. Okay, yeah. That's a
Pedro
B for me.
Pascal.
C.
B.
No, Pedro. Sorry, I was gonna Paul.
Pedro Pascal, sorry.
Yeah. B. B.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get him an A soon.
Emma Stone.
C.
Do you know what is crazy? Do you know what's crazy?
I'm making. I am
I'm
making.
going
I am
with.
making.
I'm going with A.
Do you reckon she's a box office draw?
No,
I think she's a box office
not.
draw.
I think she's an awards draw,
She's critically acclaimed.
Yeah, I think with the right pieces
CA,
around her,
CA.
she's a box office draw.
and she's also another like artsy.
She
Yeah,
is.
and I think that's the
And
reason.
she wins.
Independent.
She's a good actor.
Oh, she's great.
No,
Retract. I'm
Wait.
going with B.
we're not. No, we're not saying these guys are they're
Facts.
bad because they're
That's
not
what I'm
bad.
changing.
No.
B.
Oh, is that why you think it's because you feel like you're ranking their acting as
No,
well?
no, it was just that time.
I think her acting takes her just enough to the B. It doesn't get her
We
into the
Maybe we can put her at a B, but in my heart of hearts, I feel like she's a C.
A. Anya Taylor-Joy.
C.
It's D.
The Menu, Furioso.
Yeah,
Mad Max.
I said D. Sorry.
D, yeah.
Yeah, D.
Golly.
He's an arsehole. He said just so you know.
I don't know. Okay.
But she's good, man. Solid.
Cillian Murphy.
C.
C.
Interesting. Tom Holland.
A.
Hey, that's Spider-Man.
He's literally Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Wait, hold up. What?
You think Tom Holland's an A?
He's a superstar. Man.
He's a superstar.
I think he's a superstar.
Have you not seen that video of him at Zendaya's family barbecue? And they keep
Yeah.
that is proof of a superstar.
I don't
They
know.
kept saying they got Spider-Man holding the baby. They got Spider-Man holding the baby.
He's a superstar, man.
That's a superstar.
He's a
And
superstar.
yeah, he is.
He's
You
a
might not
global
like it.
phenomenon.
You might
I
not
think
like
he's
it.
B. I don't think he's A.
He's a global
Is it-
phenomenon.
Do you reckon because it's only Spider-Man for you?
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's fair
Outside
enough.
of
That's
nothing.
fair enough. What?
And I've seen the films outside of it. He's
He does, but it made numbers.
That's a terrible
it?
film.
No,
That's
but
a
he
terrible
needs,
film.
he needs like a. He needs that.
So
What's that
I
thing that-
thought
that's
Cherry
really
was
good?
gonna be his that, and even that's not good.
Crowded Room on Apple.
Mm.
If anyone watched it,
Wait, I've watched him in a few good things. You know, I swear to God, I have, bro.
he's great. He needs one like undeniable hit.
Yeah.
He's a
Hopefully,
Yeah.
Mr. Christopher Nolan can deliver.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
That could be
yeah.
it. That could be it.
That could
Odyssey.
be it. That could actually be it.
Michael B. Jordan.
A.
A star.
Chris Hemsworth.
B. Maybe a C, but a B.
Extraction.
I'm going with A.
Nah.
I think he is the biggest pull out of the original Avengers outside of RDJ.
Possibly, you know.
I think he's the biggest pull, as in like bums to seats.
More than ScarJo, yeah.
Yes.
You say that? Didn't
What's that
Men in
A
Black
little-
flop?
Sorry.
Didn't Men in Black flop?
Yeah. No. Yeah. But I think that was when he, bro. You can still have bad roles and be a superstar. Obviously.
but
Do you know what I'm saying?
You need to have a couple duds in there.
Extraction
No,
definitely.
that's
big-
come
The
out.
bounce back.
Thank you.
That's
Oh,
come
and
out.
Transformers did a big in terms of critics, anyway.
Yeah.
It did
But-
big
Was incredible.
The thing is, that came out in the same year Endgame, so you would think that after his in-game success, he could carry that the new
I think
franchise. And
I think that's so wrong. That's
Think
so wrong. No, because you just came off the biggest film ever. Anything you do after that, it will be fucking way below it.
no, but it's not about being weird. But it bombed. Like there's not been a new Men in Black since.
Yes,
Yeah.
it has.
Has there been since
No, there hasn't.
2019?
Should I move on?
No,
Yep.
okay, yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Hey. Are you
Hey, yo,
mentally
hey,
ill?
that is-
Are you mentally ill,
dare,
fam?
don't you dare.
Wait, it's an A, but with so much disgust.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Have
yeah,
discuss.
yeah,
That's an A, fam.
Like,
Fine.
I am going to watch F1 for Damson Idris, and
That's
it's
fine.
pissing me off.
I
I'm
am.
excited for F1 and it's brought anger to my spirit. So you guys know, I do not want to see that stupid man on my screen.
Nicholas Holt.
And
Give me some roles.
So does he. Beast.
He's gonna be. He's in X-Men. He's in the Menu.
Nosferatu.
Oh, Skins.
Skins.
C, but he's on his way to a B and A.
I don't think he's on his way, but I think he's on good roles, man. I don't think he's long enough to be an A. So
Yeah.
No, he's a bit buff.
no, he's not.
It's gonna be
He's
like
like
Luger,
unique.
so
Yeah, he's a bit buff.
He's got his own
Yeah,
world of buff.
he kind of looks like an animal, kind of buff
Okay.
He's got
That
his
means
own.
everyone's buff.
No, yeah, well,
for the most part. Yeah,
yeah, kind of.
he busted someone.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Joseph Quinn, Stranger Things, A Quiet
That's a C.
Place,
Give me a CD.
Warfare,
yeah.
That's
Give
a
me a
Fantastic
CD,
Four.
CD.
That's a C, but
Gladiator.
he's on his
Keep
way.
naming stuff that you like, but it's a CD.
I didn't like Gladiator.
Okay, it's a C. It's a C, but he's gonna get a B soon, and I don't see why he wouldn't be an A eventually.
I get it.
Do
I
you
don't
think?
see why he
Do you
would
think
be.
he might be missing the aesthetics?
He's a bit short,
And he's
Isn't Tom Cruise short though?
Yeah, but he's still Cruise.
Tom
but
Cruise.
no, but also
he's seen it.
he's no, he's
Tom Cruise is leng, and you can never tell
he's
he's films.
yeah, he's naughty's leng. Yeah, like there were lengs where like the cameras, like the film cameras were different,
Yeah, facts.
but also they made him taller in all these films.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
You can never tell you're short.
Never told
Yeah.
you.
we found out recently he's 5'7".
John Boyega.
Oh, I don't really do this. I don't want to have to say it.
What? C?
I'm going with B.
I'm
I think
honestly
that's
going with C because
Same.
we're
He wasn't
lying.
your favorite film of all time.
No, I'm telling you, their clone Tyrone is phenomenal. But
Yeah,
where
no, it's actually an amazing film.
Thank you.
Don't even joke about that.
I've seen it, bro.
But the problem is where like I need to like where
I
you
don't
at?
see you.
Where you at?
No, that's facts. But
No,
the
like,
films that he
even like-
has done though.
Yeah, they've been hits, but my issue is like I loved Attack the Block.
Mm.
I loved the clone Tyrone.
It was good in Detroit as
But
well.
where else are
Very
you?
good.
Like I'm not even on a talk show, not on a podcast. Like, can I see you on my TV screen? Can I see you on my? Can I go in?
But you said
Facebook?
earlier, okay, about accessibility. You know what I mean?
But he needs to be on a press run. But in order to do a press run, you need to be on a fucking film.
Yeah.
Go book a film. And
He's
do a
choosing good
press run.
projects. He's choosing.
Fine.
he's choosing.
Viola Davis.
A.
Superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's a B, you know.
At this point, no, but guys, wait, hold. At this point, she's in enough films, yeah, where it's almost Sam Jack, where like anybody will just know her. Oh my god, I love her. She's so
help.
good.
But
in this.
are people gonna go watch a film because Viola's in it? And I'm not saying they won't.
Solely.
No,
I just think it's questionable. I think it's debatable.
Things,
I think alongside another group, a cast of actors who are also great. Yes.
So are you saying that you can't be a superstar if you're not a lead?
You have to be able to draw people in,
Yeah,
bro.
You have to sell the film
Yeah.
by yourself, even if no one else is there.
Well, she just had her
G20.
yeah, just had a lead.
But she wasn't like it was streaming. That's the problem. I love G20,
It was a good, yeah.
but
I had it was shit.
yeah, because people,
Good shit.
yeah, it's
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 possible.
it's not a film for us. You shouldn't be like 18 plus sat there excited for G20. It's like a late teen film.
Okay.
It's family friendly. Like it's very
Well, fine.
appropriate.
I'll go with B then.
A couple more and we'll wrap up the episode. Jeremy Allen White.
B at the moment.
Yeah, because I wouldn't. Why would I go and watch him?
Yeah,
That's my. Because now that's made me really question it.
he
But I would
still
watch him.
hasn't got me to the point where I'm like, I need to go watch you.
Might be a low B.
He might even be a C.
Because obviously, like thingy, Iron Claw. Obviously, I'm saying he was.
He was good. Oh, he's good in it.
But I went for Zac Efron.
Yes.
Yeah, I think everyone did.
him.
A.
Hey,
High
That's-
School Musical is just peak.
honestly, I will go and watch a movie for Zac Efron. Still,
Yeah.
and like
But I know why you would.
no, but it's like even like more than just being my childhood crush. Like, I think he can really act, and I think recently he's proven that he can
He
really
was
act.
great in Iron Claw.
And Iron Claw made me cry.
Also, yeah, okay, but I actually think that Bad Neighbors is an underrated comedy. I think it's hilarious.
What did you say?
That Bad Neighbors is an
I haven't seen it.
underrated comedy.
Have you seen the one that he's done with,
What with
Apple?
Seth?
The film, but with the Vietnam film.
No.
It's top quality. Watch it. It's
Yeah?
based on a true story about how all his boys went to war and he didn't go to war, and like this is what everyone's talking
trailer for
about.
that.
So he was like, I'm gonna go bring him beers. It sounds like a joke, but it's like he goes there and he realizes like raw. This is what's going on because in America they're all painting it out to be
Yeah.
like it's not like this, and over there it's like raw. People like dying and whatnot. It's got like Russell Crowe in it, I think as well, and like, it's
Oh
good.
yeah, shit,
Terrible
Damson.
man.
I've seen a trailer. B.
Damson, did you?
C.
Might be a C right now, but
C, right.
No.
He's a B.
That's a high B and A.
It's a B. I think
is it an A?
F1 could make him an A.
F1.
oh, but he's got the celebrity, you know.
he
Yeah,
he
in
can be
the
an A.
UK.
No, he's
No,
bigger in America
Snowfall's-
than he is.
Yeah,
Snowfall's
Snowfall's a
He
phenomenon.
is a bigger star in the US than he is in the UK. Don't rate him that much.
Do you know
What the
what?
problem?
Do you know what I think he is though? I think he's what Michael was before
Yeah.
Sinners. So I'm trying
Yeah,
to say like
he's gonna have F1, then he's gonna have another couple good movies under his belt. He's gonna do like a couple of appearances in TV shows, and then he's gonna be like undeniable A.
yeah.
Trust me, he's actually a star, and he's not like accessible.
I think
either.
so.
The rest of the movie doesn't talk too
Right,
much.
so right now he's a B.
He's a high B.
Do you know like and
It's
they're
gonna change by the end of June.
they're not on this list, okay? But do you know who's had some like big roles or biggish? No, sorry, roles in big films, okay? And he doesn't get like talked about enough. Samson.
So it's okay.
Yeah, he's had some like actual big roles, okay. And you go raw, bro. That's what he was in fucking Haunted House last year.
Yeah.
Okay, like but I just think he needs that role where he speaks for half the film. You know what I'm saying? Okay, not just like
He's
40.
been shooting out in the Gold Coast. What's the name of it that he's doing right now? He's filming something.
Yeah,
Just
dope.
forgot the name.
Idris
Remember-
Elba.
Hey.
You reckon he's an A? Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's crazy because he shouldn't be an A because he hasn't had enough hits. Yeah,
He's got some bad.
but
films.
He's got some terrible
he's too
films.
leg, that's the thing.
but his legness and
He's a star.
he's just a star. Like, it's
Star,
crazy.
He's a
I
star.
think that's where the celebrity comes into it.
Yeah, he's a celebrity. He's actually like, I would still go and watch him in a film, even though I don't like some of his
But
films.
you know he can act.
Yeah,
which is
I
the
don't know
current part.
why. It's quite frustrating. He chooses terrible films. I
Yeah,
swear.
he does.
He chooses terrible films.
Because you got a bit of chopping up to do. I think that's like 3 or
That's
4
fine.
different games there. That's quite gives us a bit of content there. It's good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Well, that was a good episode.
I enjoyed that.
That was fun.
There's a bit of gossipy, a bit of chatty,
Yeah.
a bit of deep diving as well. Bit of
I'm
a
gonna be
mixed
late for
bag.
work. I love this for us.
So yeah, that's the Post Credit Scene podcast. Make sure that you comment on Spotify because you can do that. Make sure
Yep.
you comment on YouTube as well. Post Credit Scene podcast. The YouTube is going really well. Every time I check my phone and I unmute group chats, I mute group chats all the time. When I check
That
them,
makes
it's like
sense.
all the time. When I check them, it's like kids has always got, oh yeah, new subscribers. We've reached another milestone. So shout out to the guys behind the scenes.
Yeah. And also in all the TikTok clips, watch them to the end and share them to your friend because you like them.
And that's us over and out.
Mwah.
Bye, people.
I enjoyed that. Absolutely fun.
We should do a lot more topical stuff, man. That was really good. That was dope.
I need to try and get. I should have bought my stuff. This is actually on me, man.
Alright, we're gonna upload everything into the drive now, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna help take stuff down, but after that, I need to actually run.
If you need to go, just go in it.
No, but it's actually a mistake.
Alright, so I'm guessing now
Where
this
are
is
the
ours.
boxes for the toys? Right here. Literally the ones that I walked straight past.
You know when I clocked that that everything got pushed back? Because in the office chat when you just basically posted it again. Episode 1, episode 2,
Why do we have sideline stuff? Never again. Yeah, we should start sitting on these chairs. I was
Where you
so
at, my
much more
G?
relaxed.
Just finished podding still. Where you at? Are you not still playing?
Did you get back to
Golly.
Joanna?
Alright, cool. Oh, so we're gonna go to house. Shit. Alright, cool. I'm just packing up and I'm on my way up. Easy. Fuck's sake.
I was joking, I was like, who's talking to me?
Talking to the pal you met the other day.
Yeah, I realised. Were you at a wedding the other day?
I haven't.
Hi, I'm Lashana Lynch, and you are listening to the Post Credit Scene podcast.